You know, when the lockdown came, one of the things was, how are we going to do ministry when we cannot reach people? For Paul, it was, I need to go there and be on ground. But friends, this is where we reach a point of giving thanks so much for Family TV, especially as the Church of Christ. We give thanks to Family TV because it is a television that has made us visible out there. Yes, we have been on other televisions, and I think for the speed at which Family TV is right now is for the sake of the gospel. It is because Christ must be proclaimed. People must hear the gospel. Some of us used to have issues with, how do I start ministering to someone? But when I'm speaking at Family TV, I do not care who I'm looking at. I am ministering to those who are listening. I was in Karelwe one day, and I had gone to buy a few things, and as I reached this shop, I even didn't know that the man there was a Muslim. And he said, "You woman, I've been seeing you." So I started thinking, where have you seen me? He said, "Ebintu byo binsanyusa naye okujjako nti oyogera nti Yesu mwana wa Katonda naye ebisigadde binsanyusa." So in my heart I was like, yes, whether you don't believe that Jesus is the Son of God, but the rest of the matter is good for you, and you have consistently listened. That's how much we have impacted lives out there of believers and non-believers. People have heard the gospel. We have reached out through Family TV. And so, friends, as we come here at this fundraising breakfast, we are not pulling our feet back, but we are saying, God, thank you that through Family TV, we have consistently reached out to the people. And you know, it gets back to us to say, how do I get people to listen to this gospel that is now in my sitting room? A few days ago, I sat home and it was midweek service at All Saints Cathedral. And I was telling the children, come and we attend the service. I said, Mommy, not on Family TV. It's not on our TV. I said, wait a minute. It is on DSTV. So they were able to come and say, hey, it's on DSTV. So that is how far we can be able. I was in my sitting room. I was not in the cathedral, but I was attending the whole service in my sitting room, longing to take the gospel. Longing to take the gospel. Paul was saying, I am longing to come to Rome, for I long to see you that I may impart to you some spiritual gift to strengthen you. But now we are saying, yes, you might not have the capacity to go. You might be limited in one way or the other. But one thing is true, that you can impart, you can share this spiritual gift from Family TV, and someone out there will be able to hear the gospel. Praise be to the Lord. So we come with open hearts. We come knowing that the gospel is reaching out. At least I'm one of those that have been on Family TV, and I'm excited to say that, you know what? You get out there. There is a time I was going to the airport, and they almost forgot to check me. Because when I reached there, someone said, isn't it you? And I said, who? They said, it is you that we've been listening to, but today we have seen you. So then they remembered that they had to do a few things about me. But that is the power of the gospel, that our voices are out there, even to the people that we do not know. Wherever you go, people have heard the gospel, and this has been through Family TV. For I long to see you that I may impart to you some spiritual gift to strengthen you. But right now, we are saying, even before you go there, the people have already heard the gospel. And so people, Paul is saying, verse 13, that part B, in order that I may reap some harvest among you as well as among the rest of the Gentiles. Paul is saying, I want to reach out. Dear brothers and sisters, we are here because we are on obligation. Family TV has put us under the obligation to preach the gospel. The obligation. It does not matter whether you're a person with a collar like me, whether you are His Grace. His Grace will also tell you his testimony that people who saw the Archbishop once a year or once in 8 years can now see the Archbishop every Sunday. What a joy. And this is because of the TV. And what a wonder that we can be on family TV on a weekly basis and someone can be able to see you every other time. We give glory to God. People no longer guess to say, is he the one? I have never seen him. People now know because of family TV and of course other TVs. But we treasure family TV because this is our TV. So Paul is saying that in order that I may reap some harvest among you as well as among the rest of the Gentiles, through this media we have been able to reap a harvest that we wouldn't have reaped even if we are given many years to do that. But I want to pray that God will give us the grace even this morning as we sit together to understand the value, to understand the importance that God is using family TV to reach out to congregations, to reach out to families, to reach out to those in hospitals on their beds, to reach out to those that are just looking around on what to excite them, and somewhere they fall on family TV and the sermon is there being preached. They are wonderful talks that you listen and say, God, all this has been hidden from our eyes, but glory be to God, it's now exposed to us in our sitting rooms. What a wonderful thing. So Paul says, I am under both to the Greeks and to the barbarians, to the wise and to the foolish. You know, he says, I'm under obligation. And friends, I want to call upon each one of us. Each one of us is under obligation to preach the gospel. In whichever way God has positioned you, each one of us is under obligation to preach the gospel. God has sent you wherever you are as a missionary. And every time we have this opportunity to be in the space of family TV, we are supposed to show others that I'm not just employed in this office, but I'm a minister, I'm a missionary, I'm a preacher of the gospel. Every time we are given this opportunity to say, I am going to share my business at Family TV, it is not business like any other. It is business unusual. You are telling people my business is preaching the gospel. You are telling people, as I sit in my office, I am preaching the gospel. And let the world know that, you know what? I am here, but my obligation is to preach the gospel. Paul says that I'm preaching to the Greeks, to the barbarians, to the wise and to the foolish, those who do not want to hear and those who want to hear. And as we preach the gospel, as Family TV gives us this opportunity to share, may God create that eagerness in our hearts to be able to preach the gospel wherever we are. And verse 16, he says, I'm not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes, to the Jew first and also to the Greek. I am not ashamed of the gospel. You know, some of us have been saying, you know, salvation for me is in my heart. But Family TV is telling us, come on the TV and now declare that salvation is not just a matter of the heart, but is a